Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So today's video is going to be my picture to page haul. So let's go ahead and see what I got. Alright, so this was the first time Picture to Page has done a summer show. So usually we do, well, we don't do them, but usually they're done in, I think there's like one in March which is in Bendigo, and then I think it's July in Geelong, October in Sandown, and then there's one in Pakenham. It must be in sort of August, September, something like that. Anyway, the first time we've done it in summer, it was a little bit smaller than normal, but it was actually a lot of fun because there was so much room to be able to go and play, and it wasn't quite as squishy as it sometimes can be, and it was a lot of fun. So I didn't go crazy, and I didn't go crazy because I know Lawn Fawn's coming, so you know. But this is the little haul that I got, and I'm actually kind of happy with a few of the things. So happy that because this is a bit of a little video, I'm going to actually do some experimenting with some of these along the way because I'm interested to see what they look like. So, I'm going to start off with the stuff that I'm not going to show you because I don't need to. I got two new Brayers. I already have, these are the distress Brayers. I love them. I love them for using on my gel press, but I also love them for doing stuff with some mink texture paste, that's not the right word. Mink foil transfer stuff, and I just wanted another brayer that I could have to sort of have two different ones, plus I wanted the small one. So I got the standard size one and I got one of the little ones, so excited to play with those. The other thing I got that's kind of boring, so I love my Tombow glues. I do, I love them. They're the best glue, but I hate the container. So I bought myself these little applicator bottles. So it comes in a pack of 2, and what I did is I shared with my stepmom. So my stepmom wanted the same things, and there was only one left. So I got one, she got one. I can just fill the glue bottle up, put the lid on it, and just refill it when I need to. I'm quite happy to do that, doesn't bother me. And I just love how thin that little applicator is. Oh, I can't wait to use that. Simple, but very excited to have it. So those are my little applicator bottles. The rest of it one more I'm gonna not show you. So this is a shaker mix from Paper Rose. Paper Rose do some gorgeous little gemstones, and I hadn't seen this shaker mix before, but I liked that it was a bit of a, I think what's it called? Micro beads. So it does kind of, sometimes you get like flat gemstones and stuff, and they just don't sort of slide around. These little micro beads are going to slide, and they're going to help other things in your shaker slide. So I'm very happy to have those. So we've got those two. Alright, the rest of the things we're going to have a look at, but I'm also going to experiment with some. So if you remember when I did my Simon Says stamp haul, I mentioned Studio Light. I had never heard of them before, and I swear to goodness, ever since I've said that, I see them everywhere. And I saw them everywhere at Picture to Page. There was everything. And this was actually one that I saw when, I think her name's Vicky, who did the Christmas trees that I fell in love with in the first place. I think she used this DIY block, and so I had to have it. I know it's Christmas and I don't need Christmas, but I love these little gnomes, and I'm doing Christmas cards all year round, which I will decide later if you're going to see all at the end of the year, if I'm going to show you along the way. But anyway, so you've got some little pop out ones. So I love that this pops out. Easy do. You can just cut off the little fuzzies. You get 2 pages of the first couple, so you get 2 pages of these ones. So you've got your gnomes, your hot chocolate, your little van, and I love that these aren't snowy. There's no snow here, so I can use them here in Australia, which I love. I've got some poinsettias, we've got some Christmas trees, you've got the house, so you get 2 of those ones, and then you get 2, oh there's more, I thought, oh wow, there's a lot more there. You've got a sleigh, a fireplace, some presents, another little gnomie, and you get 2 pages of those as well. Some more poinsettias in different colours. I like the colour combo here too, the sort of the blues and the light greens and the reds. Very pretty. More presents, more flowers. And then you sort of get some shapes. So you've got some stars, some ovals, some little taggy ones, some strips, some hexagons, and 2 big tags. And again, 2 pages of those. And then you get these little quotey kind of ones. So you've got your Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas. I reckon I can turn this into a very, 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 very pretty planner week. Very pretty planner week when we get there, if I remember. But I was thinking I can turn this into some really pretty Christmas cards. So I'm very excited to play. And then you get some paper as well. So what I love here is these are double-sided. But they're double-sided with just plain on the back. So this first one's got like the Christmas puddings, the poinsettias, some candles. It's a very busy background, but it's very, very pretty. And you get 2 pages of that on this sort of pale pink. And then you get the 2 little gnomies on this star background. Now, obviously you can use the whole thing, but that star background on its own would make a gorgeous bit of pattern paper. And then you can cut the gnomes out, and that comes on a green. Oh, mistletoe. I think it's mistletoe. But you've got these gorgeous white flowers with the green leaves on that lovely green, and it comes on that dark green. Got the poinsettias in the corners with some little holly patterns, and that comes on a deeper red. Got the sleigh with all the florals, and that one comes on a light green. You've got some more of the mistletoes with the sleigh, and that comes on the red. You've got the little, I want to say just foliage or leaves on some poinsettias on the blue. More of the little baby gnomies on some darker red. Some presents, again, would like, if you can just cut this bit out and then use this bit for somewhere else, sorry. And that one comes on a pink. And you've got some more florals, more poinsettias, more of the holly bushes, not the holly bushes, the mistletoe bushes on that sort of greeny colour. So I think, I'm just having a squiz through here, they're all slightly different shades. I know they sort of look a little bit similar, but they are slightly different. So you see those ones are just a little bit different. Those ones are just a little bit different. So none of them are the same, and I really like that. So that's 10 double-sided pieces of pattern paper, 170 GSM cardstock. So it's strong. It's not paper. It's got more oomph than that. But yeah, I was really excited for that one. That cost $21. I wouldn't usually spend that much on a paper pack, but it's A4, it's double-sided, and it's Christmas, so I'm going to go with it. Last thing I'm going to show you before we actually have some lookies. So I had to go and see my good friend Denise at Luscious Labels. So she has had some vellum that I've had my eyes on, sorry, for a little while. A lot of this, there's some more Christmas stuff here because I am still making Christmas cards. I want to keep making Christmas cards all year round. So I know there's a little bit of Christmas here. So I'm just going to show you these. So this is vellum that she's added to her shop. I just love the idea of being able to put some vellum on my cards because I do love the look of vellum. And this is printed vellum. So you know how much I love my printed vellum when it comes to Planners Anonymous. Denise is doing very, 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 very good printed vellum at the moment. So you've got this first one here with the holly leaves and the holly berries. As you can see, it's just gorgeous. It's just the way it sits. Would look simple, like lovely as just like an oval on a card with a Merry Christmas sentiment. That's as simple as it needs to be. You don't have to go overboard with that, and that's what the vellum will do. And then check this one. Oh my goodness. So this one rolls up a little bit, but that's okay. You got some gorgeous little golden birds with some golden bells and some stars, and I just thought that was absolutely stunning. I loved it, and I love the little, this is a little bit like the vintage Christmas kit that I used. If you don't remember that video, I'll link it down below. I think it's from that collection, but I didn't use the dark, well, there wasn't dark in that one. But I love the sprigs and I love those stars, they're just stunning. This one is from the vintage Christmas collection, so you got all those little Christmas trees with the pots and the ornaments. Love. Wish I had had this when I did my weekly decoration because it would have been gorgeous. And you can see it's slightly more saturated on the right side of the vellum. The other side is a little bit more subdued, but I really like that look. It's a really cool kind of thing. So it would make a really good window as well, so you could see from both sides. That one and this one's probably better for that than like the black one, because the black one you can see there is a bit more of a delineation between the two. And the last one comes from her anemone collection, which you've seen me use before, but if you're interested in seeing another card with all the flowers and stuff, please let me know. But I loved this. And I could have sat there and bought like 5, 6, 7 other different kinds of her lovely, lovely vellum. But I thought this one would look really pretty, again, with those florals. So that one's a not Christmas one, but it could be used for Christmas. While we're talking about Christmas, the other thing I got, if you remember when I did my Christmas cards, I did the Lawn Fawn How You Been Christmas cookie. I did with a bunch of Christmas cookie die cuts that I stamped and cut out. I love these little die cuts from Denise when she did them, and I don't know why I didn't get them at Christmas time. But they don't have to be for Christmas. Like, I think they fit Christmas better, but that would just be very cute. You stack them up, kind of like that, in a line. Slim line would be beautiful. Sentiment on the bottom, Merry Christmas, have a sweet Christmas, something like that. Simple, easy. Sometimes you just need a bunch of simple and easy cards. Or, here's an idea, if I'm going to be making Christmas cards this early, I can always make a bunch of Christmas cards to give to people, to give to other people next Christmas. Things I'm thinking of. The last thing I got, and you guys are all going to go, why did you buy those? You have plenty. I bought a new set of Denise's tweezers. So what I have noticed is that I took my lovely set of tweezers away on holidays, and whether I bump them or drop them or whatever, but my tips are no longer perfectly straight and perfectly in line. So I wanted a new set that I'm going to be careful with and keep the lid on. But I also really wanted the set with Denise's awesome logo on it. So this is the 2-pack. You can get the little curvy ones. I don't know what it's called exactly, but the curved nose tweezers, and you also get the straight nose tweezers. I prefer straight, but the curved ones do come in handy. Just wanted a new set of tweezers, and if you're going to do it, you might as well do it at Picture to Page where you can pick them up and take them home. Alright, I think that's everything that I was just going to show you. The rest we're going to have a play. Oh, no. We're going to have a look at the Lawn Fawn. I'm not going to get it out. So I wasn't going to buy very much Lawn Fawn because you guys know I'm going to hit Lawn Fawn later. But when they're $15 a pop, it's very hard to say no to them. So I got this one. This is Pick of the Patch. I've had my eye on this for a long time because I love these squirrels. I think they're gorgeous. Now, I'm not a big person when it comes to Halloween. That said, I have a Halloween plan this year. But I loved the pumpkins. I loved the little glasses, and I love the spoon and the knife. I thought there was lots of things you could do with that. You can also do fall, but I love the squirrels. I love the little, and I want to play with pumpkins. So I got the stamps and the dies for $30. They're on sale. Great price if you ask me. I don't know why I don't have this one in my collection already. It's a beach one, for goodness sake, that should be me. And plus it's got the foxes and those little bears that I love so much. It's a on the beach one. I need to get the dies. I'll get the dies from Trishy Pants. She'll order them from Hobby Hoppers for me. And I can have that one. And then this one I wasn't going to get until I saw the price. And then I was like, yeah, no, I can't say no to that. So this is the center picture window. It's one of very few of their interactive cards that I don't already have, or interactive dies, sorry. I also was going to get the add-on, but for some reason I put it back, and I don't quite know why I did that, but I forgot. But I'm going to have some fun with this. So if you want to see me do one of these little center picture window ones, please let me know, because I'd love to do it. I think I borrowed Simone's a couple of weeks ago. I didn't use it, which is horrible, but now that I've got it, the panic to do it's kind of gone away. So that's the center picture window. We'll see what happens. All right, I'm bringing in, we'll do the bugger. My die cuts went everywhere. That's okay. I'm going to grab my die cut machine in here because we're going to play with some embossing folders. So I've got two. One is from Paper Rose and one is from, who's this one? Nellie's Choice. So I've used Nellie's Choice before. I'm a little nervous that this isn't going to fit. I've just realised this. It's a 6x6. It should fit. So this one is called, it does have a name. No, it doesn't. It's just got a number. It's called EF3D029. It's basically a little script kind of one. And I'm very into script at the moment, which you'll see from another card in just a second. This is a 3D embossing folder. I haven't used the 3D ones before, I don't think. So this is just a piece of cardstock or paper from, it's a Kaiser Craft collection. And I thought it would look really pretty, and I was just going to give it a shot. Yes, it's going to fit, but going to have to cut the paper down just a little bit. So I'm just grabbing my trimmer in very quickly. Go over there. Just cut that down a bit. So everybody's sandwich is going to be a little bit different when it comes to their embossing folders. I usually find that if I take my thin die adapter out and just have sort of the cutting plate and the top plate, that usually works. But like I said, this is a 3D embossing folder, so it's going to be a little bit different. So this may be too thick. Yeah, okay, so it's too thick. So I'm going to take the cutting plate out. Just, no, that's going to be too thin. All right. Experimenting. So I'm going to put that under, no, it's still too thin. All right. I'm going to leave the other plate on top, and we'll just see if we can roll it through. No, it's definitely going to be too thick. Okay, so I'm going to put the cutting plate on there. have a, this is a metal shim from Kaisercraft, but it will do the job. I think that's going to be, it's going through way too easy, so I don't think that's going to work either. Yep, has done nothing. Alright. I'm experimenting. So I've put my thin die adapter in there. I've got two, that's a bit better, there we go. Alright, I'm going to take that one out. So I've got the thin die adapter in there, a cutting plate and a metal shim. There we go. Whoops. Hold on, coming back. That's okay. I'm not worried, I can fix it up pretty easily. I'll put that back in there, and then when I roll this, it'll flatten it out. There we go. So I can hear it crunching away in there, so I know it's worked. See? Perfect shim again. So there's always a bit of experimentation when it comes to embossing folders. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I've actually done yeah, this is the emboss, not the deboss. When I zoom in, you'll be able to see that, and I think that's stunning. To the point, I wasn't going to do any kind of making, but I have to do this. Wait a minute. I was going to get my glass mat out, but I can't be bothered. I'm just going to grab ground espresso distress oxide, sorry. And I'm just rubbing this a little bit over the top because you guys just have to see this. Oh my goodness. Okay, I've obviously done that very, very quickly, and I probably should have used a slightly lighter colour. But oh my goodness, that is gorgeous. That will make the most stunning background ever, especially on that piece of paper. I love that. Oh, I love experimenting and finding things that you adore. Okay, so that's the Nellie's Choice embossing folder. This is a 3D one, like I said, so it's going to give you different kind of areas. When you see in a minute, this one's a 3D embossing folder too. I thought that one was just a normal one. Normal embossing folders only kind of have one layer. These kind of have more. Like it's got different depths for the embossing folder, so it just gives you a little bit more oomph. I think that's gorgeous. Okay, so then while we're looking at them, this is the Paper Rose Studio. I love Paper Rose. 3D embossing folder balloons. We know why I'm getting this one. I'm going to grab this one here with the little florals. Again, I just grabbed 6x6 paper out of my stash and figured it would work. Probably should have done rainbows or something bright for this one, but anyway. You can put it in either way. It depends on what you want. If you want so if you sort of think about an embossing folder, you've got the down bits and the up bits. So if you put this in this way, the up bits are going to be on the pattern side. Whereas if you put it this way, the down bits are going to be on the pattern side. So I want the up bits to be on the pattern side. And because this is 3D, I'm going to do the same sandwich I just did. So I've got my die adapter, metal shim cutting plate. And this is a different brand, so this may not work as well. It may be too thinny, not enough pressure. You might have to put a cardboard shim in. So I'll pop that out and have a look. Okay, it's very hard to see on that busy piece of paper, so you can see it a little bit better actually on the white, and that's the deboss instead of the emboss. So I might just grab, this paper's pretty crap paper, so it's not going to be particularly wonderful here, but you'll get the idea. So just same thing. Oh, that's better. And this would look really cool on some rainbow, but you can see that, the texture, it's so lovely. And I think that with a couple of those simple candles from Concord and Night that I got, happy birthday sentiment, it would look lovely. I'm so excited for that. Yay! 2 new embossing folders. So one of those is Paper Rose, the balloons, the other one is Nellie's Choice. The Nellie's Choice one was $10. And the Paper Rose one, I saw the... I've lost the packaging. It was here somewhere. There it is. It was $12.95. Okay, not too much more. This one interests me. I've never... Not this one. Sorry, the next one does. This one interests me too. This is the Darkroom Door background stamp in the script. Again, you can tell what I'm doing here. I really love these background stamps from Darkroom Door. They do a really good job. And they just... I liked the idea of having a big background stamp that could do the whole thing. Or I can just grab this and just sort of push it on to get just a little bit of that script on the edge. So I'm just kind of moving up a little bit from my Kaisercraft ones. Kaisercraft ones are fine, but I like having a bit more. Sorry, I forgot to take the lid off. So you just pull off the plastic bit and then it will stick to your MISTI door. If you don't have a MISTI, if you don't have a stamp positioning tool, you can use a very large acrylic block. That will work. I just like the MISTI. Now I'm just going to use ground espresso again just because I like the brown. Push that all down. I'm just showing you just because I can and because I want to see for myself. Obviously the paper choice and everything is not important here. I'm just giving it a shot. Oh my god. Check that out. Oh. And I think it's French. But I just love this. I just love the script. It's just adorable. It's so lovely. Oh, in love. So that's the Darkroom Door background stamp. I think that one's new. I have a feeling it's new. But very excited for that. Alright, this one is one, I saw it on a card. I think, I'm trying to remember what the store was. I have a feeling it was Peninsula Paper Crafts, but do not unquote me. But I saw it on some cards that were on display and I looked at it and I went, I have to have that stamp and die set. I don't care. So this is Chloe's Creative Cards. Never heard of them before, but that's okay. And this is a stamp and die set. It comes with 3 dies and one photopolymer stamp. This versatile set allows you to create various concept combinations with ease. Righto. Okay, so let's have an open of this. I think this is my only thing I don't like. I don't like that I can't see them straight out of the packet. Okay, oh right, okay, so I get what we got here. So you've got the full shadow. So I think back to when I got my little bitty buzzwords. So you've got the full shadow. You've got the kind of backgroundy bit. So it's a little bit more filled, using more definition, I guess, than the full shadow. And then you've also got the full like text. So this can sit over the top of this one, so you can have 3 layers, or it can go just straight into this one. And I just love that the happy birthday was together. Like, my bitty buzzwords are great and I'm very excited to have those, but I love that these two were stuck together. And then this is the stamp that comes with it, and the script on it, and I know it's the same as the die, but the script on it is just stunning. And that again can be stamped onto the bigger one with a bit more definition, or straight onto the shadow. Really clever idea. It was $23.95, $24.99. I think that's fine for 3 dies and a stamp. I'm happy with that. So I'm very excited to give that a shot, and I think that'll look really cute too with my candles. I'm very much into how can I make more birthday cards, how can I tempt myself to make more birthday cards, because I often go to my stash for birthday cards and realise I don't have any because I tend to make thank you cards and stuff instead. Shouldn't do that. But anyway. Alright, last but not least. I kind of was tempted by these. I don't know if I should have. So these are Distress Texture Pastes. These are some of the ones that Tim Holtz brought out for Christmas, I think. So we've got the Icicle Crackle Paste, which is a translucent medium designed to create crackle effects, and the Snowfall Grit Paste. So it's got clear glitter designed to make textured effects on surfaces. So what I'm going to do is just pull this open. we're just going to put a little bit of it out on the paper so I can see what it looks like, because I'm interested. Oh, getting out of the plastic's harder than anything else. Okay, so this is the crackle paste. It's called Icicle. Ooh, I've never used crackle paste before. This is going to be interesting. I kind of feel like I need to put it down on something, but anyway, I'm just going to put it on here and just spread it out. I don't know how big a kind of area to leave or how thick to do it, but hold on. Use with distress palette knives. Okay. Well, these aren't distress ones, but they're palette knives, so they'll do. So I'm just spreading that out a little bit. Probably made it too thin, but that's alright. So I'm going to leave that to dry while I do the other one. I do remember seeing the live that he did these on, and I think he said don't use heat tools with them, so I'm going to avoid doing that. I'm just going to wipe these clean. Got a little bit on my desk, but that's okay. And then this is the crackle paste, or sorry, the grit paste. This is called Snowfall. Ooh. So I'm guessing it's gonna, yeah, I can feel the grit in that. That looks like, it just looks like snow. I've never seen snow though, so just keep that in mind. But it just gives you this cool sort of texture-y thing to it. And I'm hoping when this dries, I'll be able to get a shot of it that'll kind of give you the, what's the word I'm looking for? Give you the idea of what this actually looks like. I really like getting the small jars of these. I feel like it gives me the ability to try them without committing to a big jar of them. So that's why I like getting the little ones. I think these ones only came in little anyway. But with the magic of speeding up and editing, I'm gonna cut to when these are dry so I can show you what they look like. So through the magic of time and, you know, editing and stuff, these are actually really dry now. I like this, so I'll do zooms obviously so you can see, but the crackle paste is really cool. I did use a little bit of heat down one end, so down the end I'm showing now, but I let the other bit dry completely naturally. I did get a little bit more crackle from the heat dried end, and that's fine, that's not a problem. I really like the finish though, I think that's kind of cool. But I really love the grit paste. That looks really cool. It looks like a piece of glitter paper that I've stuck down. And I like that I can rub over it and it doesn't come off. Same thing with the crackle paste. But I think that'll do some really cool kind of effects that I can look at doing in some future kind of projects. So let me know if you'd like to see that. So there we go. That's everything that I bought from Picture to Page. I have a lot of packaging. I always have a lot of packaging at the end of this. Really happy with that little amount that I got. I know it still does look like a lot if you think about it, but I love being able, I like being a little bit more picky, I guess is the right word, about what I buy. Most of the time when I go to these sort of things, I'm just happy just to chuck everything in my cart and walk out. This was definitely not one of those times. It was definitely a time where I was a bit more careful, I was a bit more cautious, and I kind of thought more about what I wanted to buy. I did put a lot of stuff back. I will admit I sort of walked around with it around the store for a minute and then went, no, don't need that. So yeah, that's my biggest hint when you go to markets, like, not markets, but to planner shows, or it's not planner shows, to craft shows. Sorry, I'll get my words right. Do your lap first, or go with a list. Make sure you know the things that you have to have. There's always a nice to have list, but make sure if there's something that you have to have, it's on the top of your list. Go around and have a look at everything first, and then double back, because then you'll know where you can find things. You'll know if you can find things at different places. For example, I could find these brayers at like 4 different places. So I made sure I went around and got the best price, make sure I worked out which ones had the small ones and the big ones and all those sort of things. That's my best advice. A lot of the stores will have similar things. So in that respect, you can really sort of have a look at different ones. But some of them surprise you and have something different, like the Vellum you couldn't get anywhere else. I couldn't find that paper pad anywhere else, and I certainly couldn't find Lawn Fawn anywhere else other than Trish. Now, Trish at Hobby Hoppers obviously has a lot of Lawn Fawn, and I love Trish for Lawn Fawn, but she doesn't have a lot of the older sets, and I don't like asking her to order them because I feel bad. Lawn Fawn's coming soon. Don't worry, we'll get to the Lawn Fawn. But yeah, those ones had to have. So that is it for this little haul. Hopefully I won't have too many hauls to share with you in the next little while. If there is something here that you'd like to see before anything else, please let me know. You can leave me a comment down below or find me on my socials. If you did enjoy this one, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to head out to your nearest craft show when you can. We're back. The world can go out and do things again. Please get along and support these shows so that they can continue. I hope you have an absolutely awesome, awesome, awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you again in my next video. Sending lots of huggles. Bye!